fund the district attorney in order to bring this case.
Excuse me.
There's no underlying felony.
I'm going to give you $5 here. It's a hush
Hey,
money
here's
payment.
the deal.
If you can just leave.
Here's the deal,
Here you
my
go.
friends. That has nothing to do with it, my
So we are here in Lower Manhattan outside the courthouse where Donald Trump is set to appear today for the first day of jury selection for the Stormy Daniels hush money case.
That's right. Behind us, you can see about maybe 10 to 15 Trump supporters, about 50 members of the media. So the media is really showing out today.
Donald Trump, at the speech in Allentown, he said he wanted people to be there, show their support. And it looks like the people that came were about, like you said, 15 people. And Laura Loomer screaming at the top of her lungs in a bullhorn.
Apparently, a few days ago, also, he said to stand back and stand by. A call back to what he said to the Proud Boys at one point. But I think people have stood back.
He didn't actually say stand back and stand by.
I think he did.
Did he really?
Oh, we'll look it up.
We'll
throw that clip in here if he did. But
I think
either way,
tweeted it saying this is what they're saying here. This is the implication.
Well, the implication seems to have kept people way back, so far back that they didn't even show up.
They didn't show up.
Yeah.
They didn't show up. And when you look at it and you see that there's lots of Trump supporters, you should also keep in mind that I would say probably 15% of those Trump supporters, those 15 people, maybe 20% are people pretending to be Trump supporters who are wearing Trump hats but they're just kind of
correct
doing funny videos.
So
and
of that,
like
15, you got to subtract.
three or four of them.
Yeah.
But we do know a lot of the people here. We know Brian Glenn from Right Side Broadcasting. He was over interviewing some people.
We know the Jews control everything guy.
Oh yeah, Peter. Look over here. There he is in a ski mask over there. He's got a giant sign. You see him with the cross? He's got a white hoodie with a cross around his neck, a giant crucifix, and he's the guy that DeRam talked to who said Jews control everything.
Right.
You think Jews control the country?
Yeah, they control the fucking country.
Oh, interesting.
They control Wall Street, they control the banks, they control Hollywood. Every fucking building in New York City is owned by Jews.
Hey,
Get so fucking close.
I'm Jewish.
I don't give a fuck.
Hey, you got to get out of
I ain't
here.
going no fucking-
I control everything. You got to go.
I'm not going no fucking way.
You got to go. I'm Jewish.
Fuck you.
But I control everything.
No,
So
you don't control
you
me,
got to
fucker.
go. You got to go.
Move me.
I'm just saying So there you have it. Jews control everything. I was able to clear the square there. I just commanded him to leave, and he left.
Well, it's true what they say. Jews control everything. DeRam's a Jew and took care of that.
Yep.
In his defense, DeRam,
I did control him.
You did
right
control him,
after.
and you are Jewish.
And that was. I'm not gonna say my bad. I don't regret it, but it was unfortunate to confirm some of his stereotypes.
Right.
It was an unfortunate moment, but he did clear the area, and so as a Jew, I was grateful for that.
Yeah.
Exercising my power.
With great power comes great responsibility,
Yep.
though. And I also see that you haven't used your power to get everybody else out of here. You believe in free speech and things like that.
I believe in free speech. Also, I want to see what happens. Right? It's a little boring to just snap my fingers and clear the area. So we're gonna wait on that.
All right, so we're here in the section of the park that has all the Trump supporters in. Most of the people here are media or trolls who are just here
or people who live or work in the
here to
area
prank
and
people.
thought, this is weird. I'll check it out.
Right over here is the Jews control everything guy. He's the guy DeRam talked to a couple, I guess it was a year ago.
Jews versus TikTok. I don't know if the Jews are winning or not. I don't know what the implication of that sign is.
You don't get like a scorecard every night on what's going on with your.
It's like it goes to
people?
spam.
Oh, it goes to
spam.
Okay.
So I will check on that. I don't know if the Jews versus TikTok, who's winning there. So.
What's the sign say here? What's the sign say here?
Jews versus TikTok.
Can we see it? Can we see it for the camera here? Jews versus TikTok. What does that mean?
Jewish groups are trying to get TikTok banned, and they're using Congress to do it under a false pretense.
You think Jewish people are just getting rid of TikTok? Really?
They're doing their best. Look it up. They admit it. The ADL.
TikTok's gone. It's off the
Yeah.
App Store.
Well, that's what you guys
I'm
want.
Jewish.
That's what you guys
Yes!
want.
Feels good.
So,
All right, there you have it.
Google it and read it. Google
Jews really do control everything. Some Trump supporters with very big flags, but for every single Trump supporter, there's probably about 3 people from the media there. So it's a pretty exciting scene. The last time we were here, there was a woman. I guess it was right when he came in to be arraigned. There was a woman who was trying to stomp on an anti-Trump flag,
Right.
and then she fell over. I think it was right
fell
here.
over it.
She fell over. Are you okay? I saw a video. You fell down.
Baby? Are you okay?
You fell on the ground, right?
I think I fell, yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are you okay?
Flag
Are you okay?
fell over.
That was a nasty tumble.
Yeah, it was a moment in which she was showing her support, but she didn't have enough support of her own.
Very well
Tumbled
said.
down.
Yeah.
But some people don't know what this trial is actually about. People are calling it Stormy Daniels hush money. That's true. But also, there was a story about another affair. There was a story about Donald Trump potentially having fathered a child with someone who worked at Trump Tower.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. In the catch and kills for the National Enquirer.
That's right.
Yeah.
So it was about paying to stop stories from getting out, and then hiding those payments from the authorities.
Right, because it was
So-
a campaign payment.
Right.
Is the
So people are
That's what they're
saying,
saying, right.
trying to kind of reclassify this to people as an election interference case. But it seems more like you should be able to pay people off before an election case.
trying to see with the circus here.
Oh man, this is fantastic.
You're excited about today?
Oh, extremely.
Why?
I just think it's it's good for the country to see a spectacle like this. It's amazing. I mean, it's amazing we're in a free society and we can come together like this, and all the news coverage just shows that we're the freest place in America.
I'm sensing a little sarcasm from you.
Maybe a little.
Are you upset about the trial?
I'm not happy about it. I don't think it should have ever happened.
Why is that?
Because I think it's all made up. Trumped up, no pun intended.
Which
In
part?
what part? Yeah.
Alvin Bragg, that part.
He's
You
not
think
real?
He's not a real person? Or?
I think he's doing this totally for political purposes.
He's being indicted on a misdemeanor that's past the statute of limitations, but Fat Alvin Bragg.
What'd you call him?
Fat Alvin Bragg.
FAT?
Yes.
Why are you calling him that?
Well, he is, isn't he?
What would you call Santa, though, if you had to
Okay.
describe Santa?
You're interrupting.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. You asked.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I have a little bit of trouble with the optics of it. I think people are not gonna love that this feels like these, especially the moments that are in question, are kind of private moments. They're affairs, or whether or not he's the father of a child. If they had been
You're
shady
covering up the
business
payments.
dealings, exactly. So it's easy for supporters to write it off like it would be any other of his tax violations or his. But it seems like a relatively small financial crime. I don't think it is, but I think that's what it's going to look like, and I think it's the only one that's going to actually affect whether or not he's convicted of anything before the election. So I think it's not a strong one to lead with, in my opinion.
Well, there are some people, like we said before, there's like protesters here for Donald Trump. And a couple minutes ago, Laura Loomer and some of her friends, the super friends of
Right.
Laura Loomer,
The loud
super friends,
group.
they were giving a press conference, which was her yelling in a bullhorn and then
I was
other
going
people.
to say, that's a press conference nowadays?
I
Things
guess
have
so.
changed.
Yeah.
It's just the lady with the bullhorn screaming so loud.
Now the Jews control everything, guys. Giving a press conference over here. The media's all around him trying to see what he has to say. But they were giving a press conference. Then Andrew Giuliani was
Right.
there, and you were kind of getting a little annoyed by like how loud everything
I
was. over
wanted
there.
him to hush a little bit.
Yeah.
Right? And I realized I looked in my pocket. I had a few bucks.
Yeah,
I had a
nice.
few dollars. So I figured I would give him a hush payment.
Soros funded district attorney in order to bring this case.
Excuse me.
There's no underlying felony.
I'm going to give you $5 here. It's a hush. It's a hush
Hey,
money
here's
payment.
the deal.
If you can just leave.
Here's the deal,
Here you
my
go.
friend. That has nothing to do with it, my
Here
friend.
you go.
What's the idea?
Yeah, I'm
What's the
giving you
idea?
hush money. Hush money. Everyone got mad. They screamed more. So hush payments aren't as effective
Okay.
as you want them to be. But I'm still going to keep sending money his way, and hopefully he'll take it. Just get the heck out of here.
Well, I don't know that the hush money payment worked with him because I went up and interviewed him after. I didn't realize who I was talking to.
Right.
And I asked him his name. I mean, we could show the video, but the I asked him his name, and then I realized, oh my God, Giuliani. That's the same last name as the guy who did Four
You
Seasons
put that
Total.
together. 'Cause
Right
we've
in the
been
moment.
following this stuff pretty closely, and that name was like
Yeah.
ding, ding, ding. You remembered it in the moment.
Do you mind if I just get your first and last name?
Sure. Who are you guys with?
We're, Jason Selva with TGL here.
TGL. Okay. Andrew Giuliani.
Andrew Giuliani.
Yes.
Giuliani. That's the last name of the guy who's at Total Landscaping, right? Four Seasons, Total Landscaping.
Former mayor, New York. Yeah, America's mayor. That's right. Yeah.
The guy who
Yeah.
was
Hold
was
on
on
a second.
was on national television sweating.
One second.
Hair dye?
We're gonna keep going. Hey, would you do me a favor? Would you record this interview? You got it. Awesome.
Please
Thank
do.
you very much. I appreciate that. Yeah.
So your father was the guy who was sweating hair dye on
Okay, funny guy. So you like seeing our country just fall apart? Is that what you like there, funny guy?
I'm asking you a question. Could you just give me a yes or no?
I'm-
Was your
I'm-
dad
I'm- I'm asking you a question. You like seeing our country fall apart? Yes or no?
was your
Do
dad
you like seeing our country fall apart the way it is?
was your
Do you like
dad?
what's going on at the? Have you been up to the Roosevelt Hotel recently? Have you seen that there, buddy?
I'm just wondering why you
I'm
can't
asking
answer
you a question.
you can't answer
the
one
question. Why
simple
can't you
question.
answer the question?
I
You
asked
come
you
out
a
with
simple
New Yorkers, You got to
question.
deal with the New York question. You can't deal
I
with
asked
it.
you a simple
Is
question.
that the deal? You can't
was
deal with
your
it.
father
Why
the
can't you
guy
deal
who
with
was
it?
sweating
and I
hair
asked
dye?
you a question. Do you like seeing our
It's
country
a yes.
fall
It's a yes
apart?
or
And
no
you
question.
can't answer.
All right, so that was the guy whose dad was sweating hair dye while spreading election lies after the 2020 election. He couldn't answer a simple question, yes or no question. And that's just the state of America right now. Some people, they want to be in positions of leadership, but they can't answer a yes or no question. I think that's why this country's in the shape that it is right now. He would not give a yes or no answer to that question. He was evading it.
So, as a journalist, do you think the answer was yes or no? I know you don't want to add your editorialize here too much.
I think
but-
I think that their facts matter, and like
Right.
this is a yes or no situation. Like, yes, Rudy Giuliani did sweat hair dye after the 2020 election,
when you say there's no evidence.
but he would not.
Yes, he
confirm
didn't
it.
intend to book the Four Seasons Resort.
Yes.
Ended up booking the Four Seasons Total Landscaping. Of course, that was right next to a porn shop and a crematorium.
Yeah.
I don't think that could have been intentional, although it was maybe the best thing to ever happen.
Definitely the best thing that ever happened in the state of Pennsylvania. I don't know, like ever, but definitely in the state of Pennsylvania.
Right.
And certainly in the city of Philadelphia, that's for sure. So those are the I guess the characters that are here. You know, you bring a Trump flag and you're part. You've got a kind of
You're part of the club. You're part of a small group of.
you're going to get interviewed at least 30 times today.
Right.
It's basically like
It's all the same people though. They must feel some sense of camaraderie, right? You have Dom, the guy with the big flag there. You have the Jews Control Everyone guy. You have Laura Loomer. You have. It's really endless. Well, there's like 6 people.
All right, well, that does it for us outside the courthouse here. We might check back a little later and have a little bit more, but we appreciate you guys following this breaking news here. Just in summation.
Breaking news.
I hate that. In summation, Jews Control Everything guys here. The hush money payment to Andrew Giuliani, maybe a new controversy. We don't know if he's going to hush. If he does, then maybe that's going to be another election controversy if he runs for office. And who's the last person that was here? There's people with big flags.
Right.
There you have it.